Hey everybody, Dave here again. Coming out to work on my old cars. Of course it's raining, so I guess I'm going to have to move inside. Our last action-packed, exciting episode of Master Rat, we were taking the front end out, and if you remember, I had a lot of the debris on the top of the front cross member, couldn't get some of the bolts. Well, I cleaned all that up, and then it started raining, so I'm going to move inside. So it's, I guess, a good time to introduce you to the other half of this channel, and that would be Miss Bonnie. Miss Bonnie is a 1935 Chevy Standard. The Standard was a smaller version of the Master. It's got some of its own characteristics. We'll take a look at that. I'll move into the garage here and we'll talk about Miss Bonnie. Inside the garage we have Miss Bonnie, 1935 Chevy two-door sedan. She is a standard model, which is a smaller version of the Master. I'll just kind of start with the same thing I've been doing with Master Rat outside, Miss Bonnie inside. I did find Miss Bonnie out in farm country, not exactly a barn find, more of a right next to the barn find. Unfortunately, it was a functioning barn, so there wasn't room inside for Miss Bonnie. Me and my buddy dragged her out of the field, 4 flat tires, took a bit of effort. When I got her home, tried to get her off the trailer, I went ahead and found a set of rollers to put on the car. After checking with some buddies on some wheels, I come to realize that the 5-lug Chevy pattern is not the same throughout all of eternity. The 5-lug for the 30s was exclusive to these cars. So ironically, the set of rollers I have on this are off of a 66 Mustang. Now they don't fit perfectly, but they do fit. Got the lug nuts on, so I'm able to roll the car. But in doing so, getting it off the trailer, this right front wheel was seized up. So I went ahead and took it apart on the trailer, took the hub off, and what I found was the inner wheel bearing was in 3 pieces. So it was pretty chunked up and it wouldn't turn. I went ahead and greased it back together as best I could, put the roller on it, was able to roll it off the trailer. It was kind of chunky coming off, but it rolled. So I did find an NOS wheel bearing. So what I'm going to do first to Miss Bonnie is take this wheel back off, take this hub back off, get that wheel bearing that I bought, make sure it's the right one, it fits and everything, and then all 4 corners should roll nicely. Now Miss Bonnie is a complete car, or at least 99%. There's some hub caps missing, little things. The grill emblem is missing, but I do have another one, so not a big deal. But she does have her original motor. We got the 207 stove bolt. Lady I bought it from said it did run when they parked it, and I'm hoping the only reason they parked it was because the wheel bearing was bad, but everybody always says it ran when I parked it. So we'll find out, but today I'm just going to concentrate on putting this back together. Well, so far so good. I've got it all apart. I've taken a look at it. That NOS wheel bearing fits just fine. Before I put all this back together, I'm going to reline these brakes. So a good friend of mine that I've known for many years, Ray, thanks Ray, happened to have brake linings for a 1935 Chevy Standard. I asked, why do you have brake linings for a 35 Chevy Standard? Well, apparently some years ago, and I don't know exactly when, but he bought a lot at auction of an auto parts store that was going out of business. So part of his mass collection of stuff were brake linings for this car. So lucky me. So I'll be riveting new brake linings onto these. They'll be rebuilding the brakes. I'll show you how this cam system brake assembly works. Miss Bonnie will be a restoration, so we're going to try to keep everything as original as possible. I do still have the spoked wheels that I'll be using. So for today, thanks for watching. Have a great day.